Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope you have a good day. My name is Novianti. You can call me Ayu or Navi. I'm from class A2 Denpasar. Now I will tell you about noun, noun phrase, compound noun, and the last is exercise. So let's move to the next slide. Yep, this is a table of context. The first topic is noun. I think you are familiar with word noun. Noun in Indonesia is kata benda. The definition of noun is a word that means something such as a person, place, thing, or idea. Noun has seven functions. The first is subject. Noun as subject of verb. Subject can be a person, place, thing, or idea. For example, the man suffered on my shoes. The man is a noun, and the second is object. Noun as a direct object. The direct object is a noun in a sentence. For example, I'm painting the dog house. Dog house is a object. The third is object of preposition. The object of preposition is a noun in a sentence. For example, everyone is complaining the everyone is complaining about the boss. Preposition is about. The fourth is noun as indirect object. The meaning is a noun in a sentence. For example, he fed monkey bananas. The indirect object is a monkey. Number 5 is noun as object of a verbal. A verbal is a word from a verb that function as noun or an adjective. For example, winning the lottery jackpot was his biggest dream. Winning is verbal and jackpot is object. The sixth is noun as a predicate complement. The complement is a noun that is joined to the subject of the sentence by a copulative verb. For example, these two apples are the only returns one. Are is copulative verb and ons is a predicate complement. And the last is nouns acting as an adjective or modifier of another noun. For example, mountain. Mountain is usually a noun, but it can be used as an adjective to modify a noun. Goes as in below. The next slide is example. The first is example about concrete noun and the second is abstract noun. Concrete nouns are things that can be seen and touched. For example, table, book, pen, handphone, laptop, and anything. Abstract nouns are nouns that are intangible, cannot be felt by the five senses. For example, freedom, luxury, and wisdom. The next slide is compound noun. Compound noun is a second topic. The definition about compound noun is simple terms in a noun made up of two or more exciting words. They are extremely common in English. Simple example is snowstorm, from the word snow and storm. Yep, this is a type of compound noun. Compound noun has three types. The first is split or open compound noun, half-pointed compound noun, and the last is closed or solid compound noun. The first is split or open compound noun. A split or open compound noun is one in which there is a space between the two words which from the compound noun. For example, cricket bat, fast food, and flower soup. The second is hyphenate compound noun. A hyphenated compound noun is one in which the two words are separated with the use of a hyphen. For example, byproduct, mother-in-law. The third is closed or solid compound noun. A closed or solid compound noun is one in which the two words do not have any space or hyphen separating them. They are usually considered as a single word. For example, classroom, rainfall, sunflower, and anything. Yep, this is a combination if you make compound noun. The first is noun plus noun. For example, bus stop, airport, football. Bus, air and food is noun, and stop, port and ball is noun. The second is noun plus verb. For example, haircut, sunrise. Hair and sun is noun. Cut and rise is verb. The third is noun plus ground. Ground is verb plus ing. For example, cat walking and handwriting. Cat and hand is noun. Walking and writing is ground. The fourth is ground plus noun. This is opposite with noun and ground. For example, fishing net and waiting room. Fishing and waiting is ground and net and room is noun. The fifth is noun plus preposition. For example, lady-in-law, son-in-law. Lady and son is noun and law is preposition. The sixth is preposition and verb. For example, output, undercut, intake. Out and under is preposition. Put and cut is verb. The seventh is adjective plus noun. For example, blackbird, hot dog, and bluebird. Black, hot, and blue is adjective. Bird, dog, and bird is noun. And the egg is adjective plus verb. For example, under fit, hide like, public speaking. Under, hike, and public is adjective. Fit, like, and speaking is verb. The nine is repetitive word. For example, chit chat, Peter Peter, hocus pocus. Word one is chit, Peter, and hocus. The word two is chat, Peter, and focus. And the last is splits, nationalities, and titles. For example, joint secretary, personal assistant, prime minister. Joint, personal, and prime is word one. Secretary, assistant in minister is word two. Okay, the last topic is non-phrase. Non-phrase is a group of words, usually a noun in addition to a modifier, such as an adjective, adverb, or article, that function just as a noun would. Non-phrase have two types. The first is non-phrase with pre-modifiers, and the second is non-phrase with post-modifiers. Non-phrase with pre-modifier, as the name suggests, pre-modifiers are words that come before the noun in the noun phrase. For example, is the flying circus won't be back until next summer. The is an article and flying is a participle, but of which modify the subject noun is circus. The second is the director shortlist still has not been found. The director is a possessive noun that modifier the subject noun is shortlist. The second type is noun phrase with post modifier. Noun phrase can include other phrase such as a prepositional, participle, and compound phrase, as well a relative clause. For example, is the woman of the house was always up before dawn. In the sentence, the prepositional phrase is of the house is a past modifier in the noun phrase, the woman of the house. The next example is the person jumping up and down is my cousin. Jumping up and down is a participle phrase and its modifiers, the preceding noun is person. This is example of noun phrase. Noun phrase can play various grammatical roles within a sentence as a subject, object, or complement. Consider the following noun phrase. Example about it. The first is a blue crab crawled sideways across the beach. In the sentence, the noun phrase is a blue crab in functioning as a subject of the sentence. The next example is I read my little sister a story. The noun phrase is my little sister is the indirect object of the sentence as it affected by the verb but not the direct object of the verb which is a story. Okay, I think that's all for my video. And the last I have exercise. You can find the link exercise in the video description. Thank you for watching and don't forget to download your exercise. Bye-bye.